Conscious Leadership Podcast, the human side of leadership, where consciousness meets practical business leadership. The podcast dives into real challenges managers face, from team motivation to navigating change. Discover actionable insight, proven strategies, and inspiring stories to help you lead with clarity, authenticity, and impact. Whether you are an SME owner, a team leader, or simply passionate about conscious leadership, this podcast will equip you with the tools to build stronger teams, foster trust, and achieve sustainable success. Tune in, lead consciously, and make a difference. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Boris Nedved, and today I want to dive with you into a business topic: understanding HR business processes. What are they? What are their impact on leadership, team performance, and employee engagement? HR. HR is more than just hiring and payroll. It's really about ensuring that the entire employee life cycle is managed effectively, from the recruitment of an employee down to the offboarding of an employee. Based on the Deloitte study from 2023, companies with strong HR strategies and strong HR processes, therefore, experience up to 23% higher profitability and 17% better employee engagement. That's quite a statistic, I think. So, when HR processes align with the business needs and with employee strengths, then organizations can really see higher retention, productivity, and innovation. This is what it means to me. So let me ask you this. Are traditional HR processes truly unlocking human potential? Or are they simply managing the human capital? Have we built systems that empower individuals? Or are we focusing them into predefined roles and limit their true capabilities? So in this episode, I want to explore the key HR business processes from recruitment down to offboarding. What challenges do they bring? What inefficiencies do they have in these traditional HR models and processes? How BG5 and OC16, my beloved tools, can help and possibly revolutionize HR and HR processes by really aligning people with their roles that suit best their strengths. Why understanding these energetic team insights and team dynamics can lead to better hiring, engagement, and retention. How HR business processes can really support business processes, business success, support business success when you build them around human-centric leadership, around your people, around the human capital that you have in your company. How your leadership style actually impacts HR effectiveness. The role of the triggers in team dynamics and employee relations, and how to create a data-driven, energetic HR strategy that fosters this long-term success for your company. So let's start by breaking down the HR business processes. As said before, HR business processes cover the entire employee life cycle. So they ensure that there's smooth operations, compliance, alignment, taking care of the regulations and rules and laws that are out there between the company goals and ultimately the workforce and the workforce potential. So when we look at the major processes and how, from my perspective, they can be improved. Let's start at the very beginning, recruitment and talent acquisition. So you want to hire a new employee into your organization. So what are typical challenges? Traditional recruitment often focuses really on skills and experience. What have you done? How long have you worked in a job? Do you have all these exams and all these certifications? But it really often overlooks these intrinsic strengths that a person might have or will have actually. So individuals' natural talents, their work style, their motivation, what brings them to work, and the energetic alignment, which refers to how well they integrate into teams, how well their personal energy and interaction style fits into the team and the company culture. So this can result in hires who really look good on paper, but fail to integrate in a team when you don't consider these energetic insights. So a possible solution is really to use BG5 and OC16 insights to help HR in the recruitment talent acquisition process step, to identify the candidates whose natural talents align with the job roles, ensuring that you have a better job fit, a better job satisfaction, a better performance, a better retention. And the impact is the candidates who are aligned with their roles, with their strengths, create more synergy in your teams. You reduce the turnover and you increase productivity. So organizations that implement BG5 and OC16 in their hiring processes, in their recruitment acquisition processes, they will see a higher engagement and a long-term retention compared to all the others that still use it the old way, go the old way, use the traditional assessment tools. My perspective. Now, you've hired a person. Comes to onboarding process. So the onboarding quite often fails because you need to consider how different your people are. The people that are coming, the new employees that are coming. How different these processes and how they work and how they deal with information. How a person deals with information. Some need structure, others thrive best learning on hands-on learning. So there is a difference. BG5 and OC16 again can allow you tailoring the onboarding based on the learning styles, the decision making that is revealed, the decision making strategies, the information how they interact with others. This all leads to faster integration and higher engagement because you would tailor what they do and onboard them according to what they are best in. So instead of a standardized onboarding process where all employees receive the same training, you can with BG5 and OC16 allow HR to customize the approach, make it really tailored for the individual coming. So a highly structured learner might receive a step-by-step guide and scheduled mentorship and scheduled meetings with whom to meet and so on. While a hands-on learner could just be given real-world tasks, real business tasks. Let them do work. And with the work and a trial and error approach, they would possibly thrive best. So this would ensure that really every employee absorbs information in a way that suits them best. That results in a smoother transition and a quicker adaptation to their role. The impact? Your onboarding doesn't create early disengagement because the onboarding doesn't mismatch with what the person really likes. So following a BG5 and OC16 approach, you can ensure that new employees feel aligned and engaged from day one by customizing your training, by customizing your role alignment, by customizing and individualizing your communication strategies. Next, employee engagement development. So you have the people in and you give them work and possibly you want to develop them. So generic training programs that I've visited, like team building, like leadership development, like writing skills and so on, this is all generic. This is all like for everybody. And they fail to unlock the employee potential. Career development plans often follow outdated structures because this is what has been done all the years. There is no thinking about what is possibly fitting better. This is what's available. You can go for this and this and that. Does it fit? So all these courses, all these outdated structures, they don't really take into consideration into account the individual strengths. You look at BG5 and OC16 information for your people, for your teams. You can personalize career paths. You can align your development plans with the employee's intrinsic, unique strengths, which leads to higher motivation and higher retention. Yeah, and the impact? When employees, and I notice myself, when I work in my natural strengths and things that I like, am I engaged or am I disengaged? Does my engagement and collaboration increase or decrease? I think the answer you can give yourself, the engagement and the collaboration increases, and it increases organically. It's not enforced. In the compensation benefits management domain, so next process element, the challenge is that employees value different things. Some, I think, possibly only some, but some prefer financial rewards. Others thrive on flexibility, or on learning opportunities, or on promotions, or on project work. So standardized benefits may miss the mark, may just not be right for every person. So again, BG5 and OC16 insights can enable HR to design benefits packages that align with employee retention, with employee motivation styles, with employee development goals, and they ensure a higher job satisfaction. And employees who feel valued and supported through customized benefits, from my perspective and according to all the statistics I read and see, are more productive and loyal. So you help to create your own loyal workforce. And they learn with you, for you, and they grow with you. What better it could be? Employee relations and conflict resolution. Yeah, you have workplace conflicts. And HR, there are some HR departments that have actually these processes. Workplace conflicts often stem from misalignment in communication and the styles in communication and the decision-making preferences. Some team members may prefer direct feedback, while others respond better on the more diplomatic approach, like in between the lines and more like smooth. Misunderstanding around those preferences can lead to tension, can lead to disengagement, can lead to workplace stress. So by understanding the interaction dynamics, HR can facilitate smoother communication to the employees, can resolve conflicts faster, and enhance team harmony. As an impact, the conflict resolution improves team cohesion because, yes, you have lesser conflicts. You reduce the likelihood of conflicts. You reduce, therefore, as well, the likelihood of turnover and the likelihood of disengagement. Next point, succession planning and leadership development. I guess this is what I read in statistics and so on is the toughest part. Because apparently really companies struggle, and I've seen that myself in the company I worked for. Companies struggle to identify true leadership potential. They often promote based on the tenure or the performance or the historical achievements rather than the intrinsic leadership abilities and capabilities of a person. BG5 and OC16 can uncover natural leadership strengths. They can ensure that the right people step into leadership roles. They can improve succession planning effectiveness because it would show who is actually a born leader. Yeah, a well-aligned leadership team can foster trust and stability within an organization. So think about that. If you have the right people that really are not like in the Peter principle, are promoted until they achieve their incapability, but they really go for it and they are aligned and they are the leaders that you want. Next process is the employee offboarding and the exit management. Yeah, it happens that you release people. So it is something that happens. And high turnover, and what I see as well in statistics, there is a lot of high turnover happening in the companies. And that results from misalignment between people, between employee strengths and job roles. So people are leaving. People are fired because they don't do or they don't achieve what they're expected to achieve. So, and traditional exit interviews rarely provide these insights, rarely give you insights on why it happened. So when you identify the pattern and why the employees leave in data that you have already attained, this allows companies to make proactive changes and reduce unnecessary attrition for people leaving. So the understanding of the energetic mismatches helps organizations to improve their retention and to refine their hiring strategies, because you can include it in the hiring of employees. And overarching is the HR data management analytics. So HR has matrices, has data, has systems, typically on performance and retention. But do they really measure the alignment, engagement, and compatibility of people and teams and project teams and work teams, departments, and so on? Measuring this energetic compatibility is, however, crucial because it reveals how well employees fit within team dynamics, how they fit their natural communication styles, how it all fits their natural decision-making tendencies and strategies. When teams are energetically aligned, productivity increases, conflicts decrease, and the overall workplace satisfaction improves. What does it lead to? I think you would agree with me that it leads to better long-term success of the team, the group, the leader, the company. And what do you want? Success, I guess. So when you integrate BG5 and OC16 information into HR analytics, companies can track employee fulfillment, can track employee engagement, can track employee role alignment, process alignment. And that leads to stronger teams and better business results. So data-driven HR strategies ensure that the team functions at highest potential, just as a side effect. And it gives the leaders, the business owners, the managers, the team members as well, information about the others. So you come to a better understanding as well of each other. Furthermore, you can use as well different KPIs to measure the effectiveness, to measure your HR process effectiveness. And in particular, so when you implement BG5 or OC16 processes into your process framework, it's time to fill positions. So the faster you hire, with the better role alignment, the easier and then the faster you have a working team, and the more effective you are, the more efficiency you have. Then you higher retention rate. So to measure how long term successful your people, your new hires are. Employee engagement scores. So you can track the alignment between the strengths and the roles. Leadership readiness index. Yeah, you can identify the future leaders based on their intrinsic traits and map and see how that grows and works out. Conflict resolution success rate. So is it really helping you to track the workplace harmony and improving the workplace harmony, improving the workplace culture? Productivity improvements metrics is you can measure the output against the energetic alignment. Do you have more output or do you have less output? I would be surprised if you wouldn't realize that you have actually more output. So yeah, there's lots and lots and lots of you can do, and I have myself mapped the whole data world of BG5 and OC16, 2 business processes, 2 business sub-processes, 2 level 0 to level 4 process steps and task flows in typical business processes. And I've used as well in which business function, sub-function it would work. And it does. It gives additional insight that is not anywhere out there. No other tool can give it to you. So in a nutshell, HR, and I guess you agree with me, it's not just about policies. The process in HR is not really policies only, or management only. It's about creating an environment where people could and should and can and possibly must thrive. Traditional HR processes often miss this human element though. With BG5 and OC16, you can shift towards a truly more human-centric business model. I want to give you a challenge, and possibly it's just one this time. You can ask yourself, how well do your current HR processes, and there might be more, there might be less, there might be all of them, there might be in deviations to what I mentioned before, how well do your current company HR process align with employee strengths and energy flow? Is it recorded? Is it registered? Is it somehow acknowledged, somehow used? And what changes could be made to create a more engaged and effective workforce? I love to hear your insights. Please share your experiences in the comments. Connect with me. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Connect with me on Substack. Visit my website, humaninthecenter.com. Listen to the podcast. Explore how energetic alignment can transform your HR practices, your HR processes. So, I want to thank you for tuning in, and until the next time, stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Thank you for listening to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. Look forward to the next episode to come, and stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Until the next time, bye.